I'll be reacting to Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal episode 12, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. It's being saved. It's actually her, straight up. Kind of like a little bit of the sword talk. Oh, well, it's just a shame though because on all this buildup, it really does feel like I ain't gonna be able to conclude everything properly. That also kind of partially explains Alex's obsession with Florina in the series. I don't like his gutsiness though. To actually be willing to leave. I mean, they were already kind of fucked to begin with. Well, it kind of feels like there's this a slight recap of what happened in the previous episode, like straight up. It feels like a recap, straight up. Because I felt we already kind of all learned this a bit earlier. Overall, I'm just saying. The thing is, though, he's gonna have to accept reality that that's exactly what it is. Question is, though, will they be strong enough? Wow, yeah, that okay. So yeah, it was a recap then of the previous episode, the 2 minutes and 30. I could have just straight up skipped 4 minutes of the episode. Fuck it. It's probably the last episode of Legend of Mana, provided this never gets some more, because who knows if this series is ever going to get more, but yeah. Overall, though, I'm not really a big fan of it having part of its last episode be dedicated towards being a recap, though. It's like, is this shit really necessary? Because it's like, holy cow. You would like think when it comes to this series that it would at the very least be competently produced enough to not have to resort to things like, say, recaps. Just saying. Because actually, you know what? I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it's a recap because this series seems to have been suffering production issues from the get-go. So I guess I shouldn't be that shocked. All things considered. Huh. Oh, even like straight up, this episode's giving me some like mid-level boss vibes. Alec, you know that makes sense actually. I cannot unsee that. But, yeah, she looks similar, though. You never know, I mean, Lady Blackpool, just because she's fucking strong doesn't mean she's never been defeated in combat before. All they need is just Lady Blackpearl to lower her guard, and she can even someone as strong as her can actually lose a fight. Oh, there it is, the boss man. The thing is though, would he really? Ma and the way Sandra says it was so a shame, I'm like, "Wow." Kinda ironic 'cause Florina would not want this, she'd want other people to she would sacrifice herself to help, other people. That's exactly what I'm thinking, she never would've wanted this, she would rather she sacrificed herself than that to happen. Bruh! And with the way she with the look she's making, it looks like Sandra would be willing to make herself hated if it's for the sake of Florina's, being which, Sandra, though she's not exactly the deepest villain, she's not exactly the most depth, at least it gives her something. The only thing that's kinda bullshit is we went from Uli and Xylo not being able to really much do as a scratch against Sandra to now this series makes me wanna believe that they actually have a threat against her. Like, this series is gonna have some amazing run for it to make you wanna believe that Xylo and Uli can stand a chance against Sandra. And not just that, Xylo's getting nicked up too. That's my only worry in here because in this series we never saw a training arc. I'm assuming this scenario works in the game because you can just level grind to increase the strength of both. What the? Yo, that's awesome. I like the character element for you. No, I love the character for Yui, where you give him such a valuable blade just to help him out. That's cool. I mean, honestly, you should have suspected this woman. What the fuck? Whoa, bro. How? No, no, seriously. I hope we get a flashback because I'm like, wait, what? I was just like, how did that not even happen? There is no fucking good reason. He has to take this bitch down. No, our boy cannot. Our boy has to stop being a fucking pussy. He has to fucking put his foot down. That's taking it way, and I mean way too fucking far. Like she she crossed the line. Well, probably out of one because she does give a shit about him, but she cares more about her main goal. That's probably it. It was probably a mix of both. I mean, obviously she cared about Zyla, but she cares more about her goal and the Jimmy cores. At this point, he just assumed that she did almost everything to get the cores. Mhm. Yeah, I wanna see this bitch busted up actually. You know what? Fuck her. I wanna see her head roll. 'Cause honestly, what she did is fucking terrible. So, what? I'm surprised you could still keep on standing. Oh, he's like, "Nani?" Ha! Well, hey, you know, that's actually pretty sweet self-sacrifice. Oh, it makes sense she's gonna sacrifice her own cord probably. I'm not surprised. I mean, she cares about Florina. She knows how Florina will look at her towards scorn. It makes sense why she would do that. That's actually true. And considering the amount of, Jumi she's killed, she did not deserve to have full-on happiness to be able to enjoy seeing Florina alive. She didn't deserve it, so I'm kinda glad that Sandra would rip out her own core. Oh! Oh, that's pretty co oh, okay. That makes sense why Serafina wouldn't betray her then. You know, these are actually pretty good flashbacks. Man, a little bit more depth. Oh, I wonder if shifty ass Lincoln gonna be able to actually make a teardrop crystal though for Florina. I'm really fucking curious. I knew it. I fucking knew it. This guy was shady as hell. Mhm. Honestly, I hope our boy doesn't act like a woman. He needs to fucking put this bitch in her place. But then again, he's injured, so I'm not gonna blame him if he loses. Damn, yo! Oh shit! I mean, hey, I'm not even gonna feel bad for Shiloh. I'm like, this one's I'm giving you shady vibes from like the very get-go. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this bitch is absolutely fucking shady. Like honestly, I am fucking surprised that he actually that Shiloh actually put up with her bullshit. Well, that essentially put up with the bullshit for as long as he has actually. Kinda sad to seeing how back in the day everyone wanted to, like, at least try to share the burden with them, you know? That's some good characterization for the other Jumi. You know, if we would've known a little bit more about the past of these 2 Jumi, this thing would have actually be really fucking good. Because for some Jumi, they rushed some of their development, for others, they gave them decent development. Huh. Okay, nice to actually these 2 had that serious conversation in the past. Oh! Oh, alright. I mean, that pretty much shouldered everything on their shoulders. I mean, hey, nothing crazy's happening, maybe things oh, no, they are turning into stone. You know, I'm actually real curious about this. Wonder what he has to ask. Ah, come on! I mean, at least she admits it straight up. Doesn't absolve her of her sins, but at least she admits that she don't like it, doing all that. Okay. So now starting to see a little bit more layers between both the relationships that Athena had with Sandra. Although, it makes me wonder if there's like more like heavenly realm in the Legend of Mana verse considering it's a fantasy series. You know, I'll be sad about this scene if Shiloh wasn't a dumbass, like straight up. I would kinda be sad, but I just can't feel any sadness for these 2. 'Cause Serafina, it's like they give us her backstory right when she's about to turn to freaking stone. Oh, I'm assuming those are teardrop crystals. Oh shit. Man, that's what they needed, just someone that's human to actually craft for a Jumi. Wait, what? Okay, that's like pretty cool. Yeah, if they're actually alive and not just in like kind of feels a little bit for a little bit of a rushed ending though, but hey, I mean, the ending itself isn't bad. Just that the wait got to this one feels a little bit abrupt. Kind of disappointing that the essentially the climactic fight was against Sandra. Didn't really give me last antagonist vibes. I hope it doesn't end in this point though, because I'll be fucking pissed. I actually want to see how Florina's doing, how they're gonna handle Serafina and Shallow being turned to stone. I'm really curious about all that. Oh, wait, what? What? Oh, oh no, that's it. I mean, yeah, there's after credits, but come on now, no extended epilogue, none of that shit. I want to see what's gonna happen to Florina and all that. Oh, this is fucking un underwhelming. Ah, this series is really fucking taking the piss. If I had to rate this last episode on a scale of 1 and 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9, 10 being exceptional, I'm gonna give this straight up a 4.5 out of 10 because honestly, the last climactic fight didn't look that great. It was nice getting to see. Oh, oh, they're oh, I guess we got that conclusion. It was rushed, fucking rushed. What? Uh, fuck. So they didn't even tell me that Gilo, Gilo, and Serafina were frozen into stone. Then the enemies are like, oh yeah, they're okay. Well, that explain the process of what the Jimmy specifically did to get him out of stone. Oh, oh, that is some horse shit. Bullshit. That's rushed. The thing is, the ending actually isn't bad. Itself, it's the pacing. It's fucking god awful. It probably went from point A to point D. We skipped points of B and C, which is a damn shame because again, the ending itself is not awful. It's how we got to this point that's awful. Fuck! Pisses me off because I feel like if this series would have had like more episodes, this could have been a masterpiece. But nah, rushing. Everything must be yeah. I even checked. They're there outside. Here's what I'm gonna rate this. Yeah, 4.5 out of 10 because the ending was rushed. The climactic fight was disappointing. Don't get me wrong. The ending itself, like if this would have been a well-paced ending, it would have been fine. But the way we got to this point was absurdly, insanely too quick. We don't, and even if we see Shiloh instead of being a fine, what about Florina? She's important. All this shit happened because Sandra wants to revive. Oh, she wants to revive her, and it just ends. This ending's bullshit. If I had to rate this series on a scale of 1 and 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9, 10 being exceptional, I'm giving it a 4.75 out of 10. I would only bump up the Great Slide to a 5 out of 10 if this gets some kind of fucking extended ending that resolves, that expands on the ending. Like maybe we get to see what happens to Florina, what the Jumi did to like unpetrify Xylo and Serafina. Because what the fuck? What the fuck? Gosh. So yeah, this series, it was already mid. This series was already mid before the ending, but this ending, makes it into slightly below average. And I was like one of the few people I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a chance. And then this ending's like a slap in the face. Fuck! I don't know how much I had high expectations for this. Because I heard the game was a classic. My expectations were sky high, and this ending's like, nah. It fucking sinks those expectations. So, oh my goodness. But yeah, overall disappointing ending. The fights in the series were mid. And speaking of the fights in the series being mid, Sandra as an antagonist just didn't do it for me. Holy shit. Kind of wish we would have had a different end game antagonist. I'm just saying. Because the way she went down was kind of, I mean, it made sense how she went down. I just wish she wasn't like the last obstacle though, because it kind of made for. Then again, it probably was the animation staff's fault too, because they just couldn't animate a decent fight for its finishing stretch, so that affected it pretty negatively. Kind of wish we would have got to see maybe an expanded epilogue, seeing how Fishy Dude reacted to all the Jimmy coming back. We didn't get to see that either. Like, holy fuck, there's so many characters, side characters that the series introduced. We never really got to see them have their loose ends, like Fishy Dude or the Penguin family. None of that. This is like, nah, fuck that shit. Fuck all these side characters we introduced in all these episodic episodes. Fuck them. The running stuff might as well be saying that, but yeah. Ending was absurdly rushed. Oh yeah, and Shiloh was an idiot, which sucks because I actually kind of liked the Yuli. I liked Yuli as a character. I actually liked Pearl's characters, but man, they handled him. Shiloh handled him pretty poorly. I will say this though. They had great music and the opening was great. That's about it for compliments. But yeah, overall, I'm fucking disappointed. This is one of the biggest disappointments I've seen. And the worst part is, this series had potential. That's what makes it sting more. There was potential here. Utterly fucking ruined the potential. Y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. Love to hear y'all how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and man, I feel for y'all Legend of Mana fans because I heard this was a classic, but didn't feel it when I watched this series. Only the first episode was the only one that felt competently directed from start to finish. Have a great day or night, y'all. Bye bye.